Another Friday, another Outlander episode. After 2 fast-pacing episodes, this one was pretty slow, with so many emotional scenes that I cannot tell you how many times I got teary-eyed. And anyone with pets will confirm that the last scene of the episode with Adso was one hell of a tearjerker. The episode started with a shipment arriving for Bree and Roger, who were at Fiona's house. The delivery was an old box that had Jemmy's name on it. Apparently, it has been in a bank vault for 200 years. In the box, there's a musket ball and many letters. As Bree opens the first letter and reads Jamie's words, "We are alive. We return to Frasers Ridge." Before I go into the fire storyline, I should tell you how hurt I was not to see Joe Abernathy. I really thought we would see him treat Mandy's heart deficit. Outlander hurts me sometimes. But back to the fire. I knew Wendigo Donner and his friends would die in the explosion, but I wondered how Claire and the others would survive. The ending of the last episode played a trick on us. I should have learned my lesson after watching 6 seasons of Outlander. Episode 2 didn't show us what happened between Wendigo lighting up the match and the explosion going full force. In episode 3, we saw the Frasers and the bugs getting out safely before the whole house exploded. The aftermath was just chaos and sadness. They did everything they could to stop the fire, but nothing worked. It was time to give up. The weird thing is that when the fire happened, it was April, not January, as Bree saw in the obituary. Does this mean there will be another fire? Or is it just another case of damn newspapers that cannot get anything right, as Claire says? Meanwhile, in the 20th century, Bree thinks they successfully prevented the death of Jamie and Claire. I mean, I don't understand this mindset. The fire happened because of the matches Bree had made. So isn't she the one who caused the fire in a sense? If she didn't come up with those matches, there would be no fire in the first place. She believes they changed history, but is that really possible in Outlander? Anyways, back to the fire. When young Ian finds William's portrait among the house's ashes, we learn that he knows about Jamie being the father. And he understood everything just by the way Jamie had looked at William. Protect young Ian at all costs. The mystery of the gold we saw in the last episode was also unraveled. The gold had belonged to Hector Cameron, Jocasta's husband. We saw him only in one flashback in season 5. According to Archbug, the French gold meant for Jacobites was divided into 3. Dougal Mackenzie got 1/3, Hector Cameron got the other, and Archbug was the 3rd man as a tacksman to Malcolm Grant. When Arch saw that Hector was not using the gold for the Jacobite cause, but spending it on his plantation in River Run, he decided to steal it. He figured the gold was kept in Hector's crypt, so every time he went to River Run, he took a little gold with him and hid it under Fraser's house. Well, Jamie didn't take this lightly, of course. He fired the bugs, but knew they would return for the remaining gold. I mean, I knew Merdina Bug would die, but I didn't think she would be dressed up as a man. Was this Archbug's idea? Did he know they would die if they returned to search for the gold? So he sacrificed his wife by making her wear male clothing? And what did he win? Just bad blood between him and young Ian. I was utterly frozen when he said he wanted Rollo's life in return for his wife's. I said, "Don't do this to me, Outlander." Thank God they didn't. He swore to take something valuable that young Ian would have one day, and I'm already scared about this potential storyline. At the funeral, Claire sang Ave Maria, and I didn't realize how much I missed hearing Claire's singing voice. In season 1, I remember hearing her sing the Boogie Woogie song. That was supposed to be funny. But now, how she sang at the funeral was purely emotional and incredible. More singing from Claire, please. By the way, they decided to go to Scotland because Jamie wanted to take young Ian to his mother, but the real reason is something else. He wants to get away from the war to escape facing his son, who is on the British side. I think that's a reasonable thing to do. We all know how fights between fathers and sons have ended in history. When I tell you the episode was slow, I meant it, but I liked the slowness. It allowed me to appreciate more dialogues and interactions between Jamie and Claire. Jamie saw another dream. This guy literally sees the future. He saw Bree and Roger entering the house of a brown-haired woman. He even heard the name of the woman, Fiona, even though Roger never talked about Fiona when he was in the past. Jamie even saw a telephone, and Claire had never mentioned telephones before. What makes me go crazy is how little Claire reacts to Jamie's dreams. I know this is a magical universe where time travel happens and ghosts come from the past. Still, what Jamie experiences is totally extraordinary, and I feel like Claire does not recognize it enough. At least we had this little scene of Jamie, Claire, and young Ian discussing what home truly means. Young Ian mentioned something Bree had said to him. It was about how once you leave home, you can never return to it. But Claire responded with something better. She quoted Robert Frost, an American poet. Home is the place where, when you have to go there, they have to take you in. And there, Jamie said the most romantic thing. He said Claire keeps taking him in, meaning she is his home. I have to move on or I'll cry. We also saw a new place, the Spaniard's Cave, a place discovered by Jamie and Jenny. Literally, a dead Spanish man skeleton lies on the ground there, hence the name. They melted some of the gold and hid the remaining part there. Through the letters to the future, now Bree and Roger also know about the gold, but they will have to ask Jenny about where to find it. I'm sure we'll see this storyline sometime in the future, but not soon because the Mackenzies are thinking of buying Lallybroch. They went there to just see the house, but it's for sale. I'm 100% sure they will buy the house, although I don't know with which money. The most emotional scenes of the episode were towards the end. The goodbye with Adso hit me so bad. And also, Jamie asking for prayers for their journey to Scotland in his letter to Bree, knowing damn well that by the time Bree read the letter, the journey would be long finished. They are now on their way to Scotland. Or are they? Not too fast. They will find themselves amid war. Trust me. What about you? Did you enjoy episode 3? What was your favorite moment? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to like and share this video. Subscribe to next season for more videos like this. See you soon!